Her eyes held mine with unwavering intensity as she spoke the words. One hand rested protectively on her swollen abdomen, as if it were a treasure she'd claimed. These twins are Chris's, not yours. I'm going back to him, where my heart has always belonged. For a brief moment, the world fell mute. No hum of distant traffic, no soft whir of the fridge. Only her words, heavy and poisonous, hung in the stillness. I didn't shout, didn't beg, didn't strike back. Instead, I offered a single, deliberate nod, like a monarch issuing a command. Then I said, "May luck be on your side." My tone was calm, eerily so. The kind of stillness that conceals a gathering tempest. She mistook it for surrender. That was her first miscalculation. We had shared 7 years, 4 of them sealed by vows. Our marriage was the envy of others. Perfectly posed photographs, vacations planned to the minute, hands always intertwined. I built a life of comfort for her. She spun a tapestry of lies for me. Chris. His name lingered like a faint, stubborn odor, always present. An old flame, she insisted, long since snuffed out. A friend consigned to the past. But I noticed the flicker in her gaze when his name arose, the subtle shift in her tone. I overlooked it though, because love clouds your vision, and I chose to be blind. The signs were obvious, glaring even. Too many late nights out, too many hush phone calls in the shadowed kitchen. Her growing distance in our shared bed. The new silk lingerie never meant for me. I wasn't oblivious. I saw enough to question, and I waited patiently. When she revealed her pregnancy, it should have been a moment of joy. Instead, it was a stark revelation. "Twins," she announced, her smile radiant with victory. "His, not yours." I let her go, silently helping her pack her bags. Even brushing a kiss on her forehead as she left, perfecting my facade. She thought she'd broken me. That was her second error. The instant the door clicked shut, I poured a glass of bourbon, savored a slow sip, and started making calls. First, my attorney, a sharp-minded man in a bespoke suit, unmatched in his field. I shared every detail. We prepared documents in secret. Annulment, financial separation, custody arrangements I didn't need but wanted prepared. Then I called a tech-savvy acquaintance who owed me a favor. He traced her digital footprint, texts, erased messages, every covert plan she'd made with Chris. Her recklessness was astonishing. Their affair left a trail as clear as a fresh wound. Lastly, I contacted the bank. She'd never bothered to read the fine print when we merged our finances. The house, the cars, even the business we'd built together, all were mine by law. Legally, she was merely a guest in my world, one I could evict at my discretion. From a distance, I watched her new life unravel before it could take hold. Chris wasn't the savior she'd imagined. I knew his type. Charming until the bills mounted. No steady job, no savings, just empty promises and a wandering eye. Within days, his impatience emerged, his focus already drifting elsewhere. She shared happy photos online, but the strain was unmistakable. Her face grew hollow, her eyes tired. I didn't interfere. Not yet. I let her decisions wear her down, though I made sure she felt my presence. Anonymous tips to her employer about her workplace errors. A landlord suddenly raising her rent. Small, sharp jabs, too discreet to betray my involvement. The collapse came faster than I'd expected. 2 weeks after she left, a knock sounded at my door. There she stood, soaked by rain, mascara streaking down her face, her pregnant belly evident beneath a drenched dress. Her voice cracked as she spoke. "He's gone," she cried. "Chris doesn't want me. He even questions if the twins are his." I let her weep, let her collapse against the doorframe, a broken figure. For a moment, I studied her. The woman who once vowed forever, now begging for shelter like a stranger. "You made your choice," I said quietly, "and I've made mine." Her eyes widened, expecting me to pull her into my arms, to be the safety net she could always fall back on. That was her third mistake. I handed her the documents, neatly arranged, signed, and notarized, divorce finalized, her access to accounts cut off. "I owe you no haven," I told her. "I owe you no forgiveness. You traded this life for him, and now you have nothing." She begged then, her voice raw, desperate. She tried to step inside, but I stood resolute, the door my shield, her tears my silent triumph. "You should have checked the fine print," I whispered. Then I closed the door. I didn't watch her leave. There was no need. I knew she'd disappear into the night, clutching the ruins of her choices, alone, unwanted, carrying children she thought would bind her to a better man. But I was free, lighter than I'd been in years. People think revenge is loud, messy, theatrical. They're wrong. True revenge is quiet, precise, calculated. It's watching the one who betrayed you realize they were never the one in charge. They were the pawn. And I was the hand moving every piece.